You get back down here, or are you just gonna join it now and then
Um,
walk off?
y'all can join it now.
I just started it.
So does Instagram not do like more than two people on a live at once? They can't. Like they ain't there yet.
Nope. I think it's only 2.
I can't stand Instagram. They so fucking ghetto.
It's
Just they need
they're
to evolve
very
as an
behind
app.
the times.
They do. They need to evolve as an app.
It's a little warm. Turn my heater down some. Cup is the right way.
That would help, wouldn't it? It's only a couple more seconds on the song, on the intro. Probably stop talking through it. I was not ready.
You weren't ready for what? For the end?
What?
Episode 71.
Can't wait to really like work on my video editing skills. I can't do it all, damn it. Like I be telling Jerry, like, Jerry, buy a camera. Just buy a camera. And it goes from there. You buy one piece of equipment and then you dive right into it. And I'm like, I know if he buys a camera, he gonna do all the editing. I already know. I already know. He gonna figure it all out.
That's a good investment.
I am. I plan on it.
Do it. Do it.
Listen, it's a work in progress.
Welcome to episode 71 of the Everything and Then
You
Some
haven't
podcast.
joined the IG live yet for us
Oh
to
my
do
god.
intros and stuff.
Oh my god. I'm so sick of IG. I can't wait to do this. Like, I just want them to crash and burn. Like, just go. Like, cause the fact that we can go live on 8 other fucking websites except y'all,
At one.
that's
Except
weird.
y'all.
Where's you at? Got it. Got it. I'm here. I'm here. Let me turn my phone down. Got it. Got it all. Here we are. Does it automatically wave? Is that you pressing that wave button every time?
I'm going to wave at you every time.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh my god! And I gotta turn it down again. Just ghetto. Just ghetto.
Again.
Welcome to episode 71 of the Everything and Then Some podcast. We have the Lucky Laugh.
Mm-hmm.
With my co-host,
Just Jer.
There we go. And we have special guest.
Yay, Uhuru, Camp
Love
Cleveland.
it. Love it. Love it. How is everybody feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Real good.
Everybody got something to drink?
How y'all feeling?
This gonna be
yeah, you saw I just discovered I had some Don Julio left.
This gonna be a doozy, y'all. I hope y'all ready. This is crazy. You see the docket? You read the docket, didn't you? And I know you don't know about a lot of the mess going on because it do be mess. It's just mess. But
It's just not.
Right. I tried to Google some right quick, but some of that,
oh
a
my
lot of it I
God,
don't know.
the dedication. I love it.
The dedication. I appreciate you for that.
Absolutely.
Uh,
But listen, a lot of our viewers and followers, like, they don't even know what's going on, which is fine because we are here to,
Right.
just explain
keep
it
you
all.
informed.
hmm
You know, that's what we do over here on a Talk Your Shit Tuesday.
Yes.
Let you know about what's going on in the world.
Thank you again for inviting me. I really appreciate
Oh,
y'all.
absolutely. I'm so excited to have you here again because I just know it's about to get real. Shit about to get real, and I love other people's input.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Other
mine
people.
is my view is skewed.
No, it's not. Except
It's
when it
skewed.
comes to Megan, she ain't.
Well, she can
It's
go.
very skewed.
No, yeah, y'all
But
can have Meg the
just about
Stallion.
everything else you try.
I tried with Megan. I say
No,
that
you
every
don't.
time. I tried with Megan. Anyway.
No, you don't. So before we get into the Talking Your Shit Tuesday, as he already said, we are joined by Mr. Camp Cleveland himself. If you're unaware with who he is, visit our YouTube page and check out our first episode of Sit Downs with the Duo. He was our first guest, told you a little about himself, what he's into, his book that he's about to, that's already out. Visit his website, that's campcleveland.org.
hmm
Order you some stuff from Africa. Get you some
Some black
African
seed
dirt.
oil. I
Get you
got me
some
some.
real black seed oil
Some
and
shea
you know,
butter.
yeah, all that good stuff. He got you. He happens to be an artist also.
I can't wait till payday.
Y'all already know that Lavish the Lucky One is a part of Mixed Feelings 216, but he had a collaboration with Miss Sade Young from Mixed Feelings 216 for Black of the Berry. So, and that was an
Shout out to
unmentionable for
Sade.
us.
Thank you.
So,
Definitely. That
you
was
know,
definitely an unmentionable for us. We definitely played it on this podcast as soon as it came out. Back when we had
Thank you.
unmentionables. But
I
now,
appreciate that.
the pandemic led
so-
us here. Here we are.
Yeah. Terrible.
So, for the people who haven't checked out the YouTube interview with you, sir, how about you give them a little rundown of who you are and what you into?
Okay. I'm Taye Uhuru. A lot of people follow me on social media. I'm Camp Cleveland. I'm a world traveler. I've been to almost 70 countries. I do educational tours. I take African Americans to Africa. We go to different countries. I'm a musician. I recorded with artists all around the world. I'm a historian. I'm an archivist, a genealogist, and I just released my first book. It's called The Afro Set.
I need to buy this book.
First, yeah, because as we said on the interview, I had no idea that it was a whole Huff riot. Like I didn't know the furthest details about it. I didn't know that we had like our own little coalition in Cleveland. It's stuff that he enlightened me to, and just like I have to get this book. I'll be buying it on Friday when I get paid. But
Thank you.
yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, payday. I'll be back on the site to finish
I
up,
got
to
you.
finish gathering.
he is. They calling you a black legend,
Yeah,
and
they calling
he
you a black
is.
legend in the chat. If you want to just I don't know if you have like another device or anything, but if you want to see like the stream, then you can go on Facebook on our Everything in This on podcast. We're live on there. We're live on Twitch right now. We're live on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I
That's
got the
what's
chat.
up.
I got the chat right on the thing. That just started a couple weeks ago. But
That's dope.
Hey, gotta we be out here applying that pressure. We
you gotta keep up with the Joneses
gotta keep up.
in the
Well, we don't have to
technology
keep up with the
age.
Joneses because we are the Joneses. They're keeping up with us.
So for now, I'm gonna tell you
So
what's going on in the chat. BB Ray wants to know what your Facebook and IG info is. If you want to
Camp
let them
Cleveland.
know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can
Well,
Yeah,
his IG
Oh,
is
they listen.
Camp Cleveland.
yeah.
Yeah. My YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok,
Mhm.
everything is Camp Cleveland. CAMP Cleveland.
Thank God, because the rest of y'all that be having 8 different names for 8 different apps, and we can't find y'all, that's dumb. It's stupid. Sorry, y'all.
Very. Like
Thank you, Kira. Shout out
it
to
makes no
Kira.
sense.
She's complimenting the chat. She said the chat is crispy. Let's get into
We
this
try
doc.
over here. What you want to talk about first on the docket?
Let's keep it.
Well, since we already talked about Black Legends,
Okay,
you want to start with Judas and the Black Messiah?
let's do that because I still haven't watched it. So maybe y'all can.
I haven't watched it either. I am excited to watch it because it was a software update is required to connect your iPhone. Oh my God, do not try to install anything right now. I'm excited to watch it because I do know that parts of it were filmed in Cleveland. I enjoy movies that tell stories about African Americans and our history that don't involve us being slaves because we were so much more than slaves and being in bondage. So I'm really, really excited to watch this. I'm actually going to watch it tomorrow because I wanted to be able to sit down and really enjoy it.
Yeah,
So I like to do stuff like that on my off days.
and I think that's why I haven't watched it yet. I haven't had like a good moment to like really sit down and watch it.
It was an excellent film. I loved it. I watched it a couple times on HBO Max.
Mhm.
Oh, you done watched it a couple of times already?
Yeah.
I feel it. Did you see some of your friends in there? Like, do you
Yeah,
have? Yeah,
definitely.
ain't that dope? Like that shit is
Yeah.
crazy to me. Like we really have Cleveland artists in here in one of the best movies that could have been released to date on HBO Max. That shit is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I remember when Blame Swoop a couple years ago was doing the casting for it and all that. I was like, oh my god, this shit is gonna be crazy. You had Daniel, he was just coming from like Get Out and Black Panther and all that. Like he was a big deal. Lakeith
Right.
was a big deal at the time. This just another one for the books. I can't wait to see it.
Shout out to Blame Swoop. He's a legend.
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 We got some serious legends like around us.
Hey, I tell people Cleveland, we're a special breed. It births a special breed of people in Cleveland. Like
Definitely.
it really, really does.
Yeah. I think
We
our hunger is
experience a
different.
lot, we go through a lot, and then yeah, like that hunger and that grind. And especially we don't get a lot of sunlight. So
Right.
I'm sorry, I just feel
Cold
like that
most
just
of the
make
year.
all of us savages because we don't get as much sunlight as everybody else.
Yeah, we're
So
working through depression.
Yeah.
Every
Depression
single
is
one of us.
real.
They don't even know it. You are vitamin D deficient. You're depressed. You're sad.
no, facts. Are there any other Black legends that we want to talk about that's on the docket? I mean, well, we do got a bunch of Black people on here. I actually want to talk about another Black legend, Dave Chappelle, because what he did was quite amazing, and I don't feel like it's been enough coverage of what he just accomplished. So we've talked about this before, but Dave Chappelle had a stand up and he talked about the Chappelle show and how basically when it came about, he signed a bad contract with Comedy Central or whoever owns Comedy Central. And he didn't have control over it. He didn't have rights over it. And then once he saw that it was on HBO Max, he said that he asked them to take it down because he didn't have rights to it. He wasn't making no money for it.
Right.
And then on top of that, when I came to y'all with the idea, y'all said y'all didn't need me. So why do you need me now? And they didn't want to do it. Netflix pulled it down immediately when he asked them to, because of course the other company who owned it, they gave it to Netflix for them to put it on there. He asked his fans in America to boycott watching the Dave Chappelle show. And the reason this is so significant is because it worked.
It worked for
He
him.
has his show back. Exactly. It
power.
worked for him. He has his show back. He has rights to his show back.
Yeah, and that's
It's
dope.
his again. And stuff like this does not happen for people, let alone black people or a black man, where the whites be like, you know what, yeah, we did you wrong. Here, it's yours. You can take it back. And I feel like a lot of the black community has dropped the ball with that, with giving him his flowers for that, because that's amazing.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
shout out
That's a
to
powerful move.
shout out to Dave Chappelle for that. Another reason I wanted to bring it up is because me and Laugh watched the Britney Spears documentary.
Darrell made a point. He was like, "It damn sure it didn't happen for Monique." No, we didn't care. We didn't care about what Monique was talking about. You just wanted
Nope,
more
then
money.
yeah, that was the. But see, the thing with Monique is she deserved the money. She did.
I agree.
Like they
I think
definitely
so too.
underballed her and paid her, but I'm happy that it happened for somebody who looks like me, you know? That's all I'm saying. In this day and age where we are taking our own power back, I'm glad somebody that's up there, who was still getting fucked over,
Yep.
was able to get some shit back. Like that's big for us, and it's going to have a big trickle down effect, I feel, because more people will probably start demanding for their shit to be theirs again. We see
Probably,
what happened
yeah.
to Nick Cannon and Wildin' Out.
We fucked that up too.
I heard he's supposed to be coming back. I thought they was gonna bring it back.
I mean, how? Because everybody he had on the show, they all left with him. Like they all was just like, well, if Nick not a part of it, we don't want to be a part of it.
That's
So
true.
what they gonna do now? They gonna whitewash it, because I'm pretty sure all the other young and funny African American comedians, they not gonna want to rock with that show.
Can you imagine
Right.
whitewashed Wildin' Out? Like, can you really
Yes!
imagine that?
And that's why I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. You can't see them just taking that show and just like, it's still called Wildin' Out because they own it.
It's
We're
MTV's
going to
Wildin' Out.
replace Nick Cannon with a urban Caucasian man, you know, like the dude from Ridiculous or whatever. You know, I could see them getting somebody of his type to host it. Get another
Oh, you talking about Rob?
DJ. I guess.
I don't want Rob
that's his name.
Dyrdek doing fucking Wildin' Out. He can't rap. Give me. That's another thing. Like, how do you whitewash that part of the show? Like, is it gonna be like acoustic guitars and shit? Is that what they're gonna do? I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong.
They'll have Post Malone come on there and rap.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of this nigga. Y'all, okay. I ain't even gonna say it. Oh Lord,
I'm
BB
just
said she'll
saying,
go
you
to the
know.
show and beat everybody up. Listen,
Hey, BB. Shout out to you for charting over in the UK, though.
yeah,
Vocals
let's get on
point.
BB. I don't know. Do you know who this young lady BB Ray? Have you heard of BB Ray?
No,
If-
I'm not familiar with her.
Well, that's okay because you'll get familiar because she is charting over at the UK right now.
Oh wow.
That
She's from
shit is
Cleveland?
great. Yeah,
She's from Cleveland.
She's
so,
from Cleveland,
Shout out to BB.
I know.
shout out to
right?
BB, a friend of the show, True Soul. I don't know if you're familiar with him, True Soul David. He's an R&B singer. We actually went to school together. And recently, this was Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a busy
Saturday.
day,
We
Saturday.
were in. It was a busy day on Saturday. After we got off the interview with you, we hopped right onto his Zoom listening party for his album, Soul Fire.
Oh, okay.
Available now on all streaming platforms. Make sure y'all go support. He dropped it on Valentine's Day,
Mm-hmm.
and
Dropped this
he
Sunday.
already has 4 songs charting in like the top 40 overseas in the
Wow.
UK. So
That shit is
shout
dope.
out to him. And
Shout out to
one
y'all.
of
Y'all
those
did
songs
that.
is the feature with BB, and that was actually one of my favorite songs that I heard in the the listening party. It was. So shout outs to all of them. Keep doing shit.
And I
Keep
like the
killing
project. I
shit.
like the project a lot. I listened to it in its entirety, and I like it a lot. Cause
What's the name of it again?
it's called Soul
Soul
Fire.
Fire.
Soul Fire. Okay.
Yeah, by True Soul.
FIYAH.
Yeah, by True Soul Davis,
Wow.
and it was
Ooh,
really
look at me
dope.
remember how to spell something.
I know, cause Jerry surprises me every day. All right, what else we got? Was we done with Judas?
We're done with Judas. We talked about Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah, we
You
did.
want to go? What you want to talk about next? What's the video?
I don't know.
I want
This won't go down. Got it.
the what won't go down?
My list wouldn't scroll down. Go ahead though.
But I had already brought up the Britney doc because I was able to watch that today.
hmm
I don't know if you were able to watch it, Mr. Camp Cleveland, but it was basically a documentary about Britney Spears and her career and getting free from her, forget what they called it.
Conservatorship? Is that what it's called? Is it a
Yeah,
conservatorship?
conservatorship.
Somebody put the name in the chat.
That her father has been over since Sis had her mental breakdown when she shaved her head bald all those years ago.
And so basically, he is in charge of all of her money and life, pretty much. You know, that's where Britney. If you ever wonder where Britney Spears was, she's been hiding out and sending very cryptic messages to the internet to let us know that she needs to be free. And I remember we first talked about this like a while ago.
We did.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God,
And
this
he
shit
was
is
like,
crazy.
Sending mixed messages. I'm just like, no. Then I went on there. I'm just like, no, this shit. If you read between the lines, it is something going on with this.
She needs help. She needs help getting out of her conservatorship. And basically, if you watch the doc, one of the lawyers basically said in so many words that I have yet to see anyone in one of these things that can get out of one. So Britney's dad was smart enough to put her rich daughter in a conservatorship, take ownership of all her money and assets and all that other stuff that she has,
and then run her into the ground.
Just like that.
So it was a lot of interesting things in this doc. It gave me a newfound respect for Britney Spears.
I cried. I said, I cried.
I did.
I cried for several reasons because I've always loved Britney Spears. The day my mom brought that CD home for me, like the first one with Hit Me Baby One More Time and all that on there, I don't remember how old I was, but when I tell you, that was the only album I played. Me. That was it. In my little boombox. So I was like, yeah, like you can't help but shed a tear. Especially watching the whole doc and just singing all the songs all over again. It just puts you back into that place and just.
Well, that's why I had a newfound respect for her because I wasn't a Britney fan when. I'm not gonna say I wasn't a fan. I wasn't getting her albums, or I wasn't.
I get it.
It's hard for.
I still got the CD.
It's always hard for me to. It's always hard for me to relate and stand a Caucasian artist, and I'm just keeping it 100 because I can't relate to you. Like I can't. So it's like that's one reason why I stand Ponytail so hard because like I can't really relate to her, but I gravitate towards her. I really like her. So
Ariana Grande is Ponytail.
Yeah. So
oh man.
But some of the interesting things that I took away from the Britney doc was a lot of people around her failed her. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like at some point she has to hold herself responsible. And what happened? because just like the paparazzi man who was there who didn't take accountability, the one she attacked with the umbrella, and how he was saying, well, she never told us like leave me alone. And then the lady was just like, but what about when she said leave me alone? And he was like, I mean, but it was always more so like she was like, well, you guys just leave me alone for the day. So even when I was watching the clips from her interviews from back in the day, which were extremely sexist and misogynistic, I can't, like, the stuff that was going on, I was just like, no wonder why the Me Too movement happened in Hollywood and why everybody is just trying to make everything so inclusive, because
And equal.
the stuff that these reporters were saying, like the stuff that these paparazzi people were saying that was splashed on magazines about her, was awful. Like, even that interview when she was a little girl and the man asked her, do you have a boyfriend? And she was just like, no, because they're
Yeah.
mean.
That shit was
And
nasty.
he was just like, well, what about me?
Like,
I
nigga, you
was just like,
68
hold up, this man looks
years
like
old.
he's like 60
You're
and she
68,
barely looked
13.
10.
Like, oh my
Mm.
God, just nasty. Just nasty. Nasty.
Yeah.
Damn.
But when you watch it and those interviews, I feel like she never stuck up and still stood up for herself. Like, she was in those interviews, she still kept the sweet and innocent persona when they was talking to her. And I feel like a lot of it would have been nipped in the bud if she was just like, no, I didn't cheat on Justin Timberlake. We'll get into JT shortly.
Yeah.
Or,
'cause-
no, I didn't do X, Y, and Z. That didn't happen. She
Right.
never did that. So at some point, it was just like, well, Brittany, you didn't stand up for yourself. You made it easy for your dad to run over you when you actually had a real mental breakdown, because you didn't let nobody know that you was to the point where you was about to have
I
a mental
can't say that
breakdown.
neither. Now hold the hold.
She got to take some accountability. She has to.
These are my parents.
And her mother does too.
These are my parents. I should trust, as a child, I should trust my parents. Am I wrong in
Yeah,
this?
that's true. Nah, you right.
You're right, but guess what? She never fucked with her dad or trusted him or cared for him.
She was a child.
So to me, but I'm talking about at this point when she got grown, when he put himself in a position to take over her shit, he should have never had that position in the first place. The whole time I was watching
And
that
she
doc
should have
when it
never
was
went
happening,
crazy.
that's not fair. But
It's
the whole
not
time
fair.
I was watching
None of it is
I was like,
that's the thing.
so Lab, I was like, well, where's her mother in all of this? Her mother was the one who was always supporting her and riding for her.
Yeah.
Why didn't she be in a court like, no, my daughter don't even mess with him. I don't mess with him. He don't need to be in charge of nothing. And then when she finally did try to stick up for her daughter and come to her defense, she just wanted help for her medical decisions.
BB said, but what could she do? The industry is misogynistic. No one would have helped her. They would have just tried to paint her like a crazy person. And they did.
Well, they were already painting her as a crazy
And
person.
they already did. That was
They
literally
were
the
already
plan.
painting her as a crazy person. So it's not one of those instances like, you want me to be, you want to paint me as crazy, I'll be crazy. No, sis, just stick up for yourself.
I do.
That's
agree
all
with
I'm
that.
saying. I never saw her in any of the clips that they showed her in those interviews when she was going through. I never saw her say, leave me the fuck alone. Stop talking about me. This stuff isn't true. You know how you said you wanted Megan to just keep her mouth closed in certain situations? Britney Spears, on the flip side, she kept her mouth closed too often.
I agree. Well, she kept her mouth closed correctly. It was the things that she was keeping her mouth closed about. Now with that Justin thing, like, I would have kept my mouth closed as well. Let him run around and say whatever the fuck he want to say for his career. Has nothing to do with me. They gonna paint me that way anyway. All the fans, it's like fans versus fans. It was gonna be Britney fans versus, Justin fans anyway. It was
it was
almost as if it was like inevitable. I don't know, and I think that's
question.
why I cried, because I'm like, damn, y'all really did this. Oh man.
Yeah. Drove her to break down. So, quick question, Camp. Have you ever
hmm
seen the Cry Me a River Justin Timberlake video?
No, man, I ain't gonna lie. Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake, that's a little bit out my realm.
Understandable. So, I know Laugh has seen it. Anybody else in the comments? I'm about to ask a question. When you saw that video, we all know that the lookalike in the video was supposed to look like Britney Spears. I got that immediately.
Right.
Did anybody else get from that song and video that she cheated on him?
Yes.
Because
In
I
the
never
lyrics.
got that.
In the lyrics. In the lyrics.
Lyrics are lyrics. I know.
No, the song and the video, they're synonymous.
I mean, yeah, but
Cry Me a River lyrics. It was this one
okay,
line. There
so
was this one line.
and the reason Justin Timberlake is important is because
These
in
are the
this
most
documentary,
vague cheating lyrics I've ever seen in my life, though. Great shit. This is what I'm talking about. Great songwriting. You don't have to blatantly say it. You could just allude to it and just get the feeling of it from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, should have picked honesty, then you may not have blown it. Come on. Come on. I'm not doing this. That's what the song is about. And I remember on TRL when it was debuted, like the actual video, and I was like, "Oh my god, this shit is crazy." Like, I remember looking like, "Oh my god, is that Britney?"
I
Just
remember
dumb. I
that.
was
I never
young and
got
dumb.
cheating from that video. I got hints of maybe she may have cheated in the song, but I feel since I was a Justin Timberlake fan, and even though I wasn't the biggest Britney Spears fan, I remember her vaguely saying that she was gonna stay a virgin till she got married. And as
They
soon as
all
she
say
broke
that.
up with
I'm sure Miley
Justin,
said the same shit at one point. They all lie.
I mean, but hey, you know the Disney girls like to get loose.
Put her with the Disney girl. She's one of the Disneys. She went to the camp. She went to the camp.
But so this is the thing. Even that lyric, you don't have to say what
Thank
you
you,
did. I
BB.
already know. I heard. From
Thank you,
him.
BB. Thank
That
you,
doesn't
BB.
necessarily point to she was cheating and she slept with somebody else.
What else you gonna find out from him? And then you like it wasn't just a regular him. It was him. Like it was a note. Like they elongate him. I found out from him over there. Listen,
Well, I
that
mean,
wasn't no
it could have been
regular
a lot of
him.
things. Britney Spears could have been going around talking to him, talking about Justin got a little dick or something. So I just
We would have heard that, right? Am I tripping?
I'm just saying I'm using that as an example. That's what
I
that
mean,
lyric
yeah.
could have meant because
Yeah.
all he said is you hurt me deeply. Like it's more ways to hurt somebody deeply in a relationship than cheating on them.
That
So
him
I
was
guess in my
harmonized.
head, that's why I never went to cheating.
Okay, I get that. I can understand it.
Clearly that's just me and I'm alone in that thinking, which is fine. But after this documentary came out, Justin Timberlake decided to release an apology. We don't have it to bring up. I ain't capping for Justin. I'm just speaking my way of thinking when I saw it. I'm not capping for Justin because once I watched the doc, especially when he was on an interview and they flat out asked him, like, did you ever sleep with Britney Spears? And he was just like, you know what? No, I'm not going to answer that. Yeah, I did it. Ha ha ha. No, just playing.
Like that was
that shit.
That was fuck nigga shit.
Like that.
That's some fuck shit.
That's some fuck boy shit. Like that's some real trash ass shit with stuff like that because he blatantly disrespected Britney Spears out of his mouth with that one. We know how I work with artists and they underneath the contract. Justin Timberlake could have been pleading until he was blue in the face. No, I don't want a Britney Spears lookalike in my video. But guess what? The people who paying for that video, if they want a Britney Spears lookalike in it, guess what's going to happen? is going to be a Britney Spears lookalike in that video. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to sing in your hoodie in the rain about Cry Me a River.
And that's another thing too. Like I feel like they were just puppets for their labels, and it all just looks good. You know, it's all driving content and fans and album sales or whatever it is. Like I don't
The
know. I
music
feel like
industry, they definitely capitalize off of that.
exactly. You know, like that's what they do. That's why they control what you respond with, and that's why I don't fuck with Megan. Sorry. Sorry to bring that back
Just
up.
had to put that in there.
Had to throw that back in there. That's why I can't fuck with Megan, because she don't know what to say. I'm like, I don't know who's directing her, who's telling her what to say at certain
But
points.
You know what, Last? I have to agree with you now that I think about it on that. I've thought about it after our discussion we had earlier. Artists now, they don't have media training like they did back in the day. So
they don't know when to
have
shut the fuck
a lot
up.
of more people and a lot more artists and people in power who end up putting their foot in their mouth a lot. And it sucks because just go get you some media training. But from this documentary, we finally got an apology.
Don't take no media training.
From
just shut the fuck
Justin
up.
Timberlake for what he did to not only Britney Spears but also Janet Jackson. Now
the
this,
Super Bowl?
Yes, from the Super Bowl. Now I will say, the first time I read this apology, I was like, it wasn't needed because I'm a person, I'm just speaking for me, I don't like apologies. If you do me wrong, I want changed behavior. I don't want, I'm sorry I did this, or I apologize, I affected you that way, or X, Y, and Z. Those are empty words that are more for you than what they are for me, because you're doing that to make yourself feel better about hurting me. Your I'm sorry's and I apologize, that's not going to take away the hurt that you may inflicted on me. But you know what will? Change behavior that shows me that you've changed and learned from that mistake. That's why I tell everybody that I date, don't apologize to me for your wrongdoings. I want change behavior. And if I don't see change behavior, I'm leaving. And it's as simple as that.
It's flat.
So at first, when I read the apology, I had to take myself out of it. I'm just like, I mean, some people do like apologies. So, okay, whatever. And then when I actually sat down on it, I was just like, no, this is some fuck shit.
It
took too long.
Like what? I was an adolescent when that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when he
and now you want to apologize for that? They tore Janet apart for something she didn't even do. She didn't expose herself. He accidentally exposed her. And never apologized for it, right? If it was an accident, why not just apologize? I don't understand. Why are we waiting like 20 years in advance after a Britney doc, after we fucking dragged you through the mud for what you did with Britney, for you to apologize to Janet? Janet ain't had shit to do with this. Nobody mentioned Janet. Nobody. I don't know. Just another one that just moves weird, and I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Yeah, this because he's actually, I fuck with Justin Timberlake's music. I don't really
same
fuck with him as a person.
That Future Sex Love Sounds whole album is still. I had to listen to it again. I was like, still. 16 years later, still that shit is hard.
It don't. I was actually kind of fine with him with the Britney part of his apology because it was the timing. It was his friend. The media, social media was dragging him about the doc. But it was the ad and the Janet in there for me. It was just like, you should have been did that. Because I remember when it happened, I thought it was planned.
We all thought it was.
Yeah, it was planned.
She had a pasty over her boob. So in my head, you got a pasty over your nipple. We know on TV they can show titties, but they can't show a nipple or what's the thingy around it, the areola. They can't show that, but they can show a boob.
Come on, Jerry, with the anatomy.
So to, not get in trouble with TV and stuff, just pasty over it for a nice little shock value.
Mm-hmm.
Now, afterwards, when we found out, like, oh no, that wasn't planned, I feel like that was the opportunity where he should have, at that moment, should have been like, you know what? It was an accident. I apologize. He never said anything, and he just let everybody else just run with it. And the crazy thing about that is Janet Jackson is one of the most recognized and biggest artists of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And all it took was for the world to see her boob with a pasty over it for all of that to just disappear in a blink of an eye. Janet still hasn't recovered from that.
Pretty much, no. Verse TV put up a comment in IG. He said, I love Britney, but if Nelly did that to Britney, yeah, it would be a different thing. See what I'm saying? Like, it's you're not only capitalizing off the misogyny, you're capitalizing off your privilege. And that's the point. Why are we all, why was the masses mad at Janet? Just, it would never make sense to me.
I mean, we know why.
We know why.
She's black and she's a woman.
We know why.
And the person who did it is white and he's a man.
White male with hits on hits on hits.
If you haven't watched the Britney Spears documentary, I will say it is worth watching. Even if you're not a Britney Spears fan, it's a lot of insight, and it is worth checking out. It's available on
The true eye opener.
Hulu.
True eye opener.
Another documentary Laugh had me watch on Hulu was the OnlyFans documentary.
This was my favorite.
So if you people aren't familiar with OnlyFans, OnlyFans is basically a subscription-based website for people. I found out from the doc it came out in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Is when OnlyFans debuted. But it didn't really start popping until the pandemic, when people had time on their hands and
or lost their job.
Apparently it was already porn on there. It was just mainly just like porn stars using it for that purpose. But once the pandemic hit and Beyonce said, might start my OnlyFans, nigga was just like, oh, I get my own bag on here. Let me see what this is about. Beyonce's impact is so real. Shout out to my queen. I love you. My biggest takeaway from the OnlyFans documentary is that I dropped and fumbled my own bag by not getting one and not starting one. Because they on there making money.
When the one chick was on there said that she was doing twerking videos for $15,000 a month, shit, I will learn how to twerk for $15,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's all she was doing at first was twerking. Sis had just had her threesome on there for the first time. Sis just hit her goal of $150,000. That was her goal when she started. She said, when I start my OnlyFans, I want to make $150,000 from it. She making so much money from her OnlyFans she's trying to talk to her mother about stop working and starting to manage her. The young lady I'm talking about is an African-American woman. So let's start there. She getting bank. Y'all gotta watch the OnlyFans documentary. It will blow your fucking mind.
Yeah, the amount of money and the things that people are doing, like, it's very minuscule. A lot of the times it's very minuscule. It's not really all about sex. they also brought up the fact that, you know, a lot of it is managing your fans and, you know, engaging with your fans in DMs and stuff like that. See, now that's where I suck.
Oh,
I can barely even keep up with my own friends, let alone, you know, like people just want to see me naked and you want to talk to me too. Like, damn, like
you know,
I didn't give enough. I don't know.
BB, I'll just put it out there. If you start one, I'll subscribe.
I will
'cause
too.
Sis, you is
I didn't
fine.
want to say it
So,
like that, but I will. I will support. I'll call. We can call it support, right? It's support, right? That's support.
uh-huh.
I will
You know,
support you, BB.
hey, I'm just putting it out there. Sis, you is fine. So I will support.
Man, we was in that Zoom chat. I was like, man, BB in here looking like a snack, a whole snack.
Okay.
Then she upped the pictures on her
Oh,
Valentine's Day. I was like, oh, then she looks like a whole nother snack. Like, I love that shit.
glowing.
I
The
love what
glow
women
was
do.
so
Like, you
real.
know, just that whole transformation, how you go from looking good to looking greater. God, women are so
It's
beautiful.
it's the hidden
Anyway,
power for
Definitely.
African American women.
as
So
long as
check
y'all
out the
paying, y'all
OnlyFans.
invited.
Yeah, I would.
Oh
I just
man.
said I would subscribe. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
subscribed to any OnlyFans
I'll
at the
subscribe.
moment. You want to know why? I said it on one of the other episodes. It might have been last week. Twitter and my Bitster, they always end up getting the
Not the
OnlyFans
Bitster.
content.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. They always end up getting the OnlyFans content. So I'm not. Why would I subscribe to
And
it?
that's not fair.
It's not.
It's not. Y'all know it's not.
But most of them don't even be making enough content for me to want to subscribe to
Like I
it.
said,
Should I
I
say?
need to cancel a few
Or
right now
worthy.
because my account statement just came and listen, I'm like I ain't seen a picture in months from your ass. Guess what? You about to get canceled. Hashtag canceled.
Hashtag cancel.
You will get canceled in this bitch. Like you need to upload. I need my money's worth. That's all I'm asking. Now I know I work from home, but I work hard.
So since we're talking about sex work, let's get into April Jones and Dr. Dre may or may not be dating. How do you
Have you
guys
heard
feel
about
about
this?
that?
Do you know who April Jones is?
April Jones? No, I
Yeah.
thought Dr. Dre was in the hospital. Didn't he have a stroke or something?
He
He
did
had
have
an
a stroke.
aneurysm.
He had an aneurysm.
Okay.
But he's better. He's
Apparently
better
he's
from that.
out now.
Yeah.
He's still going through his divorce.
Mm.
Wear a mask and sing. I'm here for it.
I'm here. We're here.
Sis, your boobs are amazing.
They
so
are.
I'm here for the vocals.
I'm not about
and
to do this.
nakedness.
Jerry gonna get me in trouble. Sir, Dr. Dre.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So whoo. April Jones April Jones is Omarion's ex-girlfriend / mother of his child.
I'm tired of April.
The reason I wanted Laugh to put this on a docket is not even the fact that they're dating. I don't know how I feel about a woman dating a man that just had the allegations that Dr. Dre had. Like, I know it's women in Hollywood who be out here chasing the bag and don't have a problem throwing their pussy to get the bag. You know, hey, that's fine. Do what you got to do, sis.
I ain't getting beat up for a bag. I'm sorry. That's just me.
But the story that his soon-to-be ex-wife told about how Dr. Dre beat her up the day before he had his brain aneurysm was scary. Like to the point that I'm choking you out up against the wall and your feet dangling, leaving you bloody on the floor. And now she just skipping around town with him. That's hella weird to me. Like that's hella.
Real said you're not beating my ass unless your name is Van Jones. I'm not doing this today with y'all and Van. Hey Van.
Hey Van, he probably watching.
I hope he is.
You
I
need to
watch
send him a
Van on
library.
CNN every day. I love me some Van Jones.
Darrell, you're the king of the library. You need to send him an honorary librarian shirt. Matter of fact, I need to. I'm gonna wear that next week.
I need to wear mine too because I haven't worn mine in a while. BB said there are many stories of him beating women. Michelet told us. Yeah, she did.
Like a whole lot of them.
Once you have that
But
rapport, you know. Once you have that rapport of beating women, I don't understand how any other woman would want to be with said man.
Camp, do you have a sister?
You said, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so how would you feel if your sister did this? Like if she started dating Dr. Dre after those allegations the newest ones were made against him.
I don't know, man. It's one of those things when you never experienced it, you could say what you would do or what you wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of brothers. So my sister knows she got a lot of brothers. So we wouldn't, allow something like that.
Thank God.
But
I like
we got
that.
money, so
Oh, what up, Dom Diddy? Go get y'all some wine. From the homie. All his flavors are good. So shout out to
shout
him.
out to my Av. Yeah.
So I like what you just said that she knows she has a lot of brothers, so she wouldn't even have to deal with nothing like that because my sister,
I agree.
one of the reasons I pour so much love into my sister and I shower her with so much love and respect is because I want her to know and understand the man that she loves and that she dates. If he can't match, if he can't even halfway match how my brother respects me, he's not the man for me.
I know that's right.
I don't call my sister anything but her name or Kaylanese.
Flat out.
And I find it weird when men call their friends or women that they respect anything except for their name. Like if you're a woman and I call you anything but your name, that means I don't have no respect for you. And I feel like all women need to think like that because most men, if they respect you, they not calling you no bitch hoe. I mean, they might when they giving you the dick, but if that's what y'all into. But on a daily basis, just in a conversation, they're not doing that. And if they are, it's weird. So yes, to the men out there who have sisters, keep showering them with love and respect so they won't fall into situations like this. I wish them both the best as far as their relationship goes, and I wish no hurt or harm upon Miss Jones from Dr. Dre hands.
Listen, this is probably gonna be her karma because how you go from Omarion to his friend Fizz, like that shit was weird, and then now
that was hella weird.
And now you're laying in Dr. Dre's lap. Like, okay, all right, we'll see what happens here. We can guess what might happen.
Hey, it's the money, but it's the money. Like that's all it was. It got to be the money.
I think that's what scares me in the world is that there's like the lack of integrity. It's just
definitely
the lack of integrity is so scary. And it scares me because damn, like we out here doing shit for money, for a bag. I'm not getting beat up for a bag. I'm sorry. I'm not getting beat up for a bag.
Biz said that they aren't friends. Biz did say him and Omarion weren't friends. So I guess that is
that was the most light skinned fucking response, Jerry.
It was.
Now if we worked together for years, even if I don't even consider you a friend, it's the fact that we've been through so much together. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the woman, this is the mother of his children.
Mm, yeah. But hey,
It's these
the
light
Love
skinned
and
people
Hip
for me.
Hop
I'm sorry.
stars,
I'm
just like you
sorry.
said, they don't have integrity,
No
and
couth.
they
They
always
have no
looking for
couth.
another bag and another storyline. April Jones trying to get back on Love and Hip Hop. I'm dating Dr. Dre.
No one cares.
Second.
No one cares.
Mona is here for that. Mona eating this up right now. Mona already writing a storyline.
Or do you think it's a contract? Do you think it's a Mona contract that she has to fulfill and she ain't got no fucking storyline because Fizz done left her because she seen that she was a dirty light skinned bitch and so now she has to
Oh,
find a fucking
that's what Fizz
story?
said about her?
No, I'm not saying that that's what he
I was about
said.
to say, I was gonna say,
These are my words. These are mine. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that maybe Mona has some type of contract and she got to fulfill it for however many seasons or whatever, and she just out here looking for love anywhere to continue a storyline on a show that where she get what $1,000 a episode? That's where your integrity lies. Great, great.
I believe it. The only thing that makes it like, is because it's Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre he not about to be on Love and Hip Hop.
Ever in life, you probably can't even say his name. He probably got that in. Nope. Since she here, guess what? And since I'm here now, y'all can't say my name ever in life.
Mm-hmm.
I will be referred to as my man, and that is it. Her man, your man, my man, the man, whatever. It ain't gonna be his name.
Yeah.
You can't say it.
If she say that. If
You
she
can't
allowed to
say
say
it.
my man.
No, because she ain't. Because at this
as
point,
of
the
right
story is
now,
already out, and he ain't
he
even
already a
divorced from the
glorified.
from the wife yet.
Exactly.
It looks nasty. I need people.
Well, are you guys against people when they're going through a divorce starting dating? Like, do you feel like they should just wait till the divorce is finalized?
I can't talk. I dated a married woman.
Okay, well, laugh can't talk.
Can't talk.
Camp.
It depends, because it seems like divorces take a long time. I haven't been in that situation though, so I don't know.
And then they got so many money and assets in years, so
Yeah, you
shit,
gotta
they
divvy
could be
some
going
shit
through a
up.
divorce for a year.
You gotta divvy that shit up and everything. I think people gotta like agree and shit. Like that's too much. Like people just make me not want to get married at all. If I gotta deal through like all this, what's the point?
I can't wait till one day. Since we're speaking about marriage, this couple never made it down the aisle, but they was just about as close as you're going to get to husband and wife, for real, for real. But there were recent rumors about Lauren London that she was pregnant
Mm.
with a child. And the reason me and Laugh wanted to talk about this wasn't even the fact about her being pregnant, because she came out and denied it, and it just didn't seem like it was believable in the
Yeah,
first
like within
place.
3 hours, like she shut that shit down. You know what I'm saying? So
We wanted to talk about the response from the men in the world, and some of you young ladies also.
I seen you. I seen all y'all. I seen you.
I I find it weird that you men stand and respect Nipsey Hussle so much to the point that y'all want her to be single for the rest of her life, I guess. Like, she's not allowed to move on and love because y'all fucked with Nipsey so much. It's not weird to anybody.
I thought it was very weird, as if this woman can't move on at all, ever.
And then another
Cause she,
thing
cause
to
she
me
dated
that was weird, just like, well,
one of the most prolific is that ain't that his word? One of the most prolific rappers, period. And so now that he's gone, she can't even move on like ever in life. Like
I mean,
that
he
shit is
made some
crazy.
points. Have you listened to him and because we didn't say this, but the Judas and Black Messiah, they have a soundtrack also. Fire, go listen to it. The lead single from it is a Nipsey Hussle and Jay-Z track, and they murdered it. I can't even think of the name of it right now.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's
think of it
fire,
neither.
fire.
Wasn't it? Man, it was good.
More to Life or something. What is the name of that song?
Ooh,
It might
BB.
be More to Life.
BB, don't know. I'm telling you. I never wanted to say that. You can say it. I'm not saying it though. She said, God rest his soul. He didn't even have enough respect to make her a wife while he was here. I have nothing to say for that. Can't speak
See
on
the
it.
shirt. It's backwards at the moment, but facts are facts. So I guess we'll leave it at that.
We'll
Thanks,
leave it there.
BB.
Thank you, BB. I would never say it, but somebody got to say it. I never want to bring that up because he's deceased, and ain't no point in talking about anybody deceased. So
Can we talk about though how Hove is the GOAT? This man is in his 40s and he's still shaking the table whenever
he
he
drops
released
something.
a verse.
Yep.
And I don't know if we've ever will see a rapper be able to have that kind of impact ever again. And I'm
No,
talking about as long as he's been in the game
not when
to
people's integrity
still
is not in line. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't even know what the fuck, who the fuck, who could even do that? Who? Who that is out now and newer can follow these same footsteps? I challenge y'all to find somebody. I know one
J.
person.
Cole.
Yes. Okay, so then I know two people. I know two people who can do that, and J. Cole is definitely one of them. But
I may not be the biggest fan of him, but I feel like Kendrick Lamar may have. He has enough impact to be able to do something like that. But
he's so silent that every time he talks, it's impactful. And again, when you
oh,
shut the fuck
okay,
up, I,
okay,
I can always bring it back here. When you shut the fuck up,
okay.
and when you know when to shut the fuck up. Drake, okay, I can see that.
Uh, I don't see
He got
Drake
some
going
weird shit
until he's
going
40
on
though.
with like little teenage girls, and I can't wait until some shit like come out and it's like confirmed.
Yeah,
Not
I
to say that I
can't.
want him to like fail or anything, but I need an
Listen,
explanation as to why
we
you're
say all the time, don't do it for Louis
messaging.
Drake. Okay.
I need an explanation as to why you're messaging little girls, like 17-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all talking about? Is it video games?
I mean, it shouldn't be video games. Why are you? You're Drake.
You're Drake, right? Why are you?
We know why. He's a creep, and I feel like he liked to use the little girls as his beards. But hey, that's not.
BB, you should know by now how I feel about Drake. Like, it's
But
I'm not sold, but I'm not unsold. I'm sold on his
I don't
music
see
clearly,
Drake still
but
doing it when he get 40.
you
Because
don't think
if
so?
we're no, and you want to know why? And I'm a big Drake fan. I got him in my top 5 of my favorite rappers of all time. But Drake is on a decline, and I don't care what y'all say. Like he's still been giving us hits, but he on a decline as far as his music. He's on a decline. He's on a decline. And if you go listen from his first album to Scorpion, and I told you the other day I listened to Scorpion
Yeah, you
again, and I
did.
was just
Yeah.
like, I was back to I don't like this album. And it's just like because it's nothing bad about it, but it's just
Are you a Drake fan? Do you fuck with Drake?
Drake don't have no passion in his music no more.
I wouldn't say I'm a Drake fan, but he got some good music and he been around for a while.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think
but
that's
so it's
where
just
I'm
like
at with him as well. Like he has good music. He's been here, he's been doing it, and he gets my respect in that regard. Always. I can't I can never dispute that. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to know why he out here with like teenage friends and making songs like Teenage Fever while he's texting his teenage friends. I don't know. Y'all make it make
it's
sense.
easy. It's easier for him
I
to
wrote many of
manipulate
songs,
and
and guess what I never
control
wrote
the
a
teenagers.
song about as a grown woman.
Mm,
It's just not. It's not a good look.
Since we're talking about people who aren't going to last in the music industry, to the people listening, your girl, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Normani,
Normani.
Norm, yeah, her, Normani.
Hmm.
Um, y'all been giving her so much, and we've been waiting for a single album, anything from her. She
Oh, she still ain't got no album.
recently,
Oh, I didn't know
no,
that.
she has not released her debut album yet. She's currently working on it. And I want to say a few days ago, she posted on Twitter a clip of a single that she's about to come out with. And before I clicked on the video, I was like, man, she is so pretty.
She is
Like she is gorgeous.
beautiful woman.
And
Hmm.
then I clicked on the video, and the first thing I heard was a
Oh, why
one
did I
in a
think she looked like
million
something else?
Aaliyah sample. And I immediately bust out laughing. As Darrell just said in the comments, 3 years. And your newest single that you're gonna come out with
It's a cover. I'm
is
done.
a
I'm
is
done.
a Leah sample.
I'm done with life. I'm done with
I'm
this shit.
quite
I
I'm
don't I don't
quite
want to hear
tired
another
of
sample in songs. I need these new artists to make new shit of their own. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with the samples. It's just goddamn, like
it's
when are they gonna
oversaturated
end?
now.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
oversaturated now.
Like we were in the car the other day for the second part of our photo shoot, and we were just listening to the radio, and every fucking song that came on was a sample of something else. Anytime Saweetie, any one of these new girls come out, it's always a old Gucci song that they want to rap on. Old, what was the P.D. Pablo, fucking this one, that one. It's always some sample shit. At what point do we stop doing this as new artists? I mean, we know it works. Clearly, it's worked for all these no name chicks that have singles now. Because I can't tell you none of these new like little rap chicks no more. I don't know. They all sound the same. Number one, number two, they're all using samples. I could care less. I can go listen to the original.
It's not just the women, it's the men too. But it's even worse for them because they got trash bars and just trash music in general with they beats
Yeah,
that
with the auto
sound the same.
tune and yeah.
Like at least the women rappers, at least they songs don't sound alike. They might be talking about the same
I don't know about
thing.
that.
They
I'm
might be
about to
using
say
some.
when you talk about the same thing. Thank you, Darrell. They all look alike. I can't even listen to a lot of this new like R&B shit because they all look alike. They all sound alike. I feel like they all do the same shit at
Mhm.
this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't found
That's
one.
true.
Kalani. I like Kalani. But that's because I love her last album that she put out.
Yeah, that was a banger.
But the rest of you can't tell the difference.
Well,
Don't
Camp,
care.
you're quite talented. So, what do you think it will take for the industry to make a shift back into respecting original music?
Or
That's a
having
good
some.
question. I mean, you just that's basically what we have to get back to. Cause like when I was in high school and middle school, everybody sounded different. Like you had Bone, you had Wu Tang, you had Outkast. So if you put them on different beats, they would make totally different music. But like you say, the people you could take this person off the song that went off on the last song. You could mix them on either song and it still sound the same. You don't know their name. They don't really look too much different.
That's
So I
yeah.
think it's just going back to the basics.
And I don't
felt
think we'll never
that.
get there, thanks to the impact of social media and likes and a look. You have to have a look.
And TikTok.
Not you don't even
Um,
have to have a look. You have to have the look. It's only one look, and that everybody's trying to achieve.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's too much.
Shout out to BB. I will say that Doja Cat is on a completely different level than the other
That's true. That's
other
true.
women rappers at the moment. I agree with that 100% because that's one thing I do like about her.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't listened to
she's different.
her last album she came out. I listened to in full, but her stuff before that I haven't.
Me neither.
But she is on a completely different level. Like wordplay is phenomenal. Like she don't really give you bars, she give you wordplay, and I like that. They chant, they don't sing anymore. They just chant over a beat.
That's Janae. It's the Janae era. I credit her for it. I give it all to her. She birthed all these instant chanters. I never thought she could sing neither. I've seen her live. I never thought she could sing.
I'm
Like
sitting back
like
and
sing. Like she
well,
can't.
maybe you might be on to something. Janae may be the
She started it.
she might have been the first little artist that R&B chick who was just like, I'm not really a R&B singer, I'm a vibe singer. And I feel like that's what a lot of the new R&B girls give. And I'm not mad at it,
Oh no, not at
but
all.
the reason it's so bad is because now it's less artists that give us real R&B music. And I think that's where the
And thank God for
the
Jasmine.
disconnect. Oh yes, because
And that's
Jasmine
why every
Sullivan.
time, yes, her is different. I could tell the difference between her and the rest of them. Her is great.
Mm-hmm.
She's great. And it's not just because she can play a bunch of instruments and things like that. She has a distinct sound, and I think right now, I don't want to say it's easy to do R&B or anything like that, but like he said, it's like chanting, and you just say some things in this airy, as me as a producer, you just say some shit in this airy, halfway auto tuned, heavy with the reverb, breathy type. It's just it's
Right.
all the same. And I just it pisses me off because if I go on Spotify and I want to hear new music, it sounds you just wasted my time, man. I
It's
hate
all
it.
very insert verse here.
And her need a
Um,
goddamn album too. I'm sick of that shit.
you know what, BB? I agree with that 100% because her second album compared to her first album,
The second album was like a compilation of the first and some other shit. It was like weird. Let me go back.
well, not
Cause she ain't
well. I
really,
guess
her ain't got no
technically,
real fucking, like she got EPs and then she put like several EPs together or some
yeah.
shit.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. So I think it was like her first legit
And
album.
you
It
can't get me
wasn't.
with that neither. I don't like that shit neither. I don't like that shit. I don't like it. Damn, make some new shit. In 2020, we was
So
all in the house. Y'all ain't make nothing new. I just knew.
Right.
I just knew certain things was gonna happen. I just knew when Trump got in office, we was gonna get some fire ass rap music. Fire ass rap music. Failed. I just knew when we was stuck in the house all fucking 2020 that artists was gonna be out here making music. Failed. I don't know what the Travis had a fucking McDonald's fucking meal. Like it was weird shit. 2020 was just weird. It's like the Twilight Zone. BB said I'm tired of
it was
these
this
bitches in the
one.
reverb. Listen, that reverb is still working. Come on, I used to know her. Not
Yeah,
doing
I'm
this
not a
with
big
y'all.
fan of the Queen Naja chick either, but she do got one song that I really, really fuck with. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but every time Title play it, I be jamming, I be getting my life. Um, since we're just talking about disappointment from Black people.
Why, 'cause
I
I'm just
want
disappointed
Lav
every
to
day of my
go
life.
on IG and play this video game, this clip of this video game that we discovered from the Cleveland Remembrance page.
Yes, it's on the Cleveland Remembrance page, and so when I play it, I think only the stream will hear it. Y'all won't hear it. Camp Cleveland, if you want, I can send you the link to this shit because it was beyond ridiculous. But
You said the Cleveland Remembrance page has a video game?
it's not a
No,
video game. They
they
had a video of some chick finding out that a video game was racist.
Oh, okay.
So I'm about to
Wow.
play that real quick. Let me just switch this on over. Well, not yet. So keep talking. I
the
gotta get to it.
reason I think this is I guess the thing I want to know from Nintendo, I hope it blows up because it's modeled after Super Mario. And I'm talking like one of the old Super Marios, like back from like 96, 97.
And I was gonna bring that part up too because I'm like, it's not like somebody made this shit yesterday and released it to children. You know what I'm saying? Like it's clearly
Yeah,
an old
so
game. And on top of that, it's clearly not name brand. Like Nintendo didn't do this. It's not like Xbox released this. Like it's one of those old 8-bit controller games that you can buy and it has like 200, 300 fucking games already loaded on it. And you know, you get bored and you go on there and you just start to play some games and then you realize some shit. So, but the fact that it was even made,
yeah, like that's my like. How did this in 2021? Because I don't know. The video came out in 2021. How did a game like this just slip through the cracks?
it's
Because
clearly
even the races are more aware now. Like they're more aware that their time is up. So we still got racists out there. We know people are still racist, but
listen.
they know now. They try to be more aware and secretive with their racism, I'm gonna say. But this game,
Yeah, this was blatant. I've never seen something so blatant as a video
and
game
then
in my
since it
life.
was, and then like in my head, I'm like, well, if it was on this game, that's a collection of all of these older games. Did the company just make this new game?
No,
Or has it been
it was
around
out
forever
back
and
then
nobody never ever said anything about it?
because nobody knew it was there. Nobody knew it was there. So I'm gonna play the video. Let's see, how can I? Let's just do this and bring this up right here. That's it.
But I want y'all to see this. Look what they got our kids playing. I'm about to turn it around. Start it over, babe.
I don't know how long.
Look what
Oh,
they got our
this
kids
clip is like
playing. He
6
about to
minutes
start it
long.
over.
Oh, we don't have to play
Oh
the
no,
whole 6 minutes.
no, we gotta play the whole 6 minutes. We get the point in the first 2.
Start it over, babe. Y'all gotta see this. Like, this shit's serious. Y'all TV need to be wiped off, too. This my kids'
I
room.
love her as a
Please
mom.
don't
Y'all
pay
TV need to be
attention.
wiped off too. I'd get
But,
them together.
so, these is the games.
Oh, can I hear the sound?
The game is called Black Man
You know
2.
you can't hear
Y'all
no
see
sound.
that, right?
I
Number
didn't say me.
54.
I said them.
On this
Oh,
retro
they
Super
can.
Okay, yeah, the
Nintendo
people on the
game.
stream.
Yeah, the
can hear
people
it.
can hear it.
Now watch. So, it's
That's
supposed to
so
be
ghetto.
Mario,
I'm gonna change
Luigi.
that shit.
First of all,
Like, it
why
gotta
they
be a
black
pluggy
people?
and a sign.
So click on
See,
Mario.
this is the part I
babe.
didn't have a problem with. I didn't care that they were
They
black
real
people
life.
in the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Look what they got our kids playing.
Yeah, I didn't care that they were black
At the,
characters.
yeah, at the
modeled
first, at
after the
first.
Super Mario
So,
characters.
It's
I didn't
the
first
care
of
when she
all,
gameplay.
said that.
Mario looked like Steve
But when
Harvey.
she got to the actual gameplay, I was like, hold on, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
different.
What is they doing?
Oh man, I'ma send
They
it to
got
you.
burning crosses on the ground.
So
They got
while the
black
video's
people
playing,
hanging from
I'll
the tree.
describe it to you. So
Black
basically,
people
it's
hanging from the
set
tree.
up.
Crosses burning on the ground.
Yeah, it did say kill Whitey. So the name of
Look
the
at
game
this.
was, I think it's called like Black Man 2 or something.
Yes, Black Man 2. That's the name of the game.
Why do it say these nuts?
The characters are all modeled
Why do it say
after
these
Mario, Luigi, I think like
This what
Princess
they got
and
our kids
Toad. They're
And
just
let
black
me just pause
versions
it right
of
here
them.
as well. If y'all can see, yes, that shit did say kill Whitey. If y'all can see the characters, you know how in Super Mario you kind of like you hop on people, you know, and kill them and blah blah blah. You're fighting you're fighting like hooded KKK members. Like this is the most blatant shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and so you know how in Super Mario you
Why
can
is
pick
Mario
up
black?
like
Why do they got black people hanging from the tree?
a
Why
turtle
is
shell
the
and
real
throw it
life
to kill
crosses
enemies.
burning on the ground?
Y'all
Well,
see this
instead of
shit?
picking
We
up
about to start
turtle
it over
shells,
and show
they
y'all
have them
the other
picking
character.
up crosses that are on fire
This shit is crazy.
to throw to
Man, that's
them.
wicked. That's straight
Ain't
wicked.
that?
This shit
To
is
throw
crazy,
to
dude.
the
We
KK
definitely gotta
members
pay
to
it.
kill them.
This is a retro game. A
The
Super
Luigi
Nintendo
character
retro
is
game
actually they're
that
gonna
we
show
got
it.
our kids for
He's
Christmas.
actually
And they
smoking
supposed to have
a
like 800
blunt
and
while
something games
he's
on it.
playing.
Oh
But it's
my
a game
God.
on there. It's number 54. It's called Man 2. Black Man 2.
Hold on,
Look at Luigi. Luigi
So
got a
we
blunt
wanted
in
to
his
share
mouth.
this because
Oh my God, Luigi got a
Luigi
blunt in
got a
his
blunt
mouth.
in
This
his
too
mouth.
much. I don't.
Mario board. Look, y'all
because
see
I
crosses
know
burning.
as my mom used to buy my video games when I couldn't afford them. She would just buy a game that I wanted. If I tell her like, "Hey, mom, I want that game," she would just buy it.
Yep.
You know,
There was no. She didn't care about the rating and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
You trust your
And
children. You know that your children are able
exactly
to
and
handle.
I feel like parents do that a lot when it comes to video games and their child. Just like, oh, you want Fortnite? Yeah, I'll buy you Fortnite. But now, since we know this exists, unfortunately, parents have to go back to policing video games for their children,
Clearly.
which is really sad. Because playing video games is supposed to be an escape from the world.
These games look real now though, so they could do a
Oh,
lot
the
more
games
than
these
when we
days
was coming up.
They
is-
real.
They look like real people.
Oh yeah. The games these days, honestly, if you play them, like they're like movies. They can replace movies. Because like it's like the cinematic, the music and all that, like it takes more. I don't want to say it takes more to make a video game than it does, but it takes about the same fucking effort. The same effort to make a video game that it does to make a movie. So now at this time, like, and especially with all the technological advances and things that we got, shit looks so real. This thing though, this thing was like, because you can see if you seen the video, it says at the bottom 1997, and I'm like, that's even like, that's too recent for shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't cute. Who thought this was cute in '97?
Yeah, I'm still just like, how did this fall through the cracks? Like, if this legit came out in '97
and named it Black Man 2, well, shit, where's Black Man 1?
So it's just like,
I'm about to vent.
this. How did it fall through the cracks? If this came out in 1997, because I done played Super Mario. We done had Nintendos and all kind of stuff. How did we miss this? Like, the racists were doing a really good job at keeping this under wrap. So, parents out there, if you have recently bought your
Oh my
child,
God, I'm about to
what
read
did you
this
just find,
as
Lana?
soon as you done. Lord have mercy.
Parents out there, if you have, especially Black parents, if you recently bought your child one of those games, like she said, that's like literally just like a joystick, and you can plug it up to like a TV or something, and
you
it's
just got like
loaded with
200
just
games.
a shit. Yeah, one of those that's like loaded with like 200 games.
Mhm.
Go through it.
Go through
Make
'em.
sure there's no racist video games involved. That's something
Clearly
else
they're
that we
there.
have to worry about.
But of course, I Google black man too, and the first thing that comes up, oh my lord, Life as a Black Man, the game, full instructional video. That's something different.
Wait, what?
Hold on, is this the same game? Blackmangame.com? No, this is something different. Life as a Black Man, the game. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not even about to do this. See, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is why I just stay off the internet. There's no point. But yeah, the first thing you see when you type in Black Man 2 game is somebody posted a review about the game and was like, I found as I played this game that your mission is to save a group of young black children that were kidnapped by the Klan. That is the point of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Man 2. I don't even want to see what Black Man 1 is about. That shit is crazy.
Oh, wow.
You see that? Oh, no, you don't see it.
No, I don't see it, but the mission is to save black kids from KK members?
From KKK members. That
By
is the point of the game.
by throwing crosses that are on fire at them.
Listen, the enemies are in white hoods. Luigi on there smoking a blunt. I don't know what the fuck going on. It's too much for me. It's too much for me. I'll stick to my Call of Duty. I'm sorry. So I can get with that. But this shit here, I can't get with this. Yeah.
That's heavy.
That's deep.
Since we're on the topic, I hate to keep it this heavy. But we're already talking about racist Caucasians. So now we're going to talk about racist cops. Apparently on Valentine's Day.
This really pissed me off.
LAPD officers were seen on social media sharing a Valentine's Day, I guess, card or meme that was mocking George Floyd. So it basically said, like, I can't breathe without you, or I can't breathe because of you, or something like that.
Something like that.
Then it had his picture.
Trying to be romantic. But then you got George Floyd's picture on there. Like that.
It's wicked, man.
It's wicked as fuck. Here's where it even gets more wicked, because we read articles over here at the EDSP.
That we do.
Apparently they have started a investigation into the situation and into the quote-unquote police officers who may or may not be involved. But they also were quick to say that they couldn't share any information about the investigation because it involved personal matters. So that's just code for ain't shit gonna happen to them.
Pretty much.
You don't get suspended with pay, free vacation.
You already know. The usual. I wouldn't be surprised if they was doing it on purpose just to get a vacation.
I mean, at this point, they know it's gonna happen for them. And
they know that's all.
If you knew, y'all found it on social media. Now, I'm sorry. Whenever you go to a tweet that's been shared or a Facebook post that's been shared, it shows you, like, especially on Facebook, hey, it was shared 3-4 times. If you click on the number that says 3 shares, unless this person is not your friend, their account is extremely private.
It'll tell you who the fuck shared it.
I'm take that back. Unless your account is extremely private or they have you blocked, they're going to tell you who shared it. So what investigation do you need to do? That was more upsetting to me than the personal matters, because it was, y'all said that y'all found it on social media.
I would be beyond fired.
Social media keep receipts. all you gotta do is click on who shared it, and it will show you the LA police officers who shared it. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Fingers crossed,
And I
prayers
noticed
up that they do the
that
right thing. But I'm
Darrell
pretty
said
sure
it's
they won't.
a cover up investigation. I agree. It got to be something bigger. This can't be. This has to be the one that the one story that's probably taking us away from what really matters. You know what I'm saying? It could be that. Even if it's not, the shit is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unacceptable.
Yeah,
This world,
so
this little world we living in, boy, I tell
it's
you.
fucked up. It's fucked up. It's wicked. That's the word for the day.
Hashtag wicked. Hashtag wicked.
We're gonna keep up the wicked. It's more.
Oh my God, so much wicked in the
Vincent
world.
Jackson. He was a football player who played for what team was it, Laugh? Do you remember?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, yeah.
There you go. He was recently found
Dead on
deceased.
Monday. Yeah.
So I'm going to try to paint a timeline for you guys to the best of my abilities.
I love when
'cause
Jerry
I
paints
don't have the
timelines,
articles
y'all.
up.
It's story time, y'all. Just
So when I read the article, they said that his family did a missing police report on him because they couldn't find him. So I want to let y'all know that he was at a Homewood Suite. They said that he had been there about a month,
oof.
and it was close
well.
to his home.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm about to start painting the picture for y'all. His family made a missing persons report. That was day 1. Day 2 is when the police report got approved. Day 3 is apparently the police found him at the hotel. They say they went to talk to him. He was fine. Everything was fine. It was nothing wrong with him. So they decided to drop the missing police report.
Missing
2
persons
days
report.
go by. So day 5, somebody from the hotel at the Homewood Suites, they go to his room and they found him dead. He had been in this hotel for a month before his family said that he was missing or they hadn't heard from him. But the thing, I feel like this is a cover up, as Darrell just said about the last incident, because I'm sorry, whenever a black man dies and the last people who saw them
Is the police
were police officers, I'm concerned.
Never sounds good.
I'm very concerned. Now they did say in the article that it was no signs of trauma or like anything to him, but they were waiting for the medical examiner to give a full, report of what actually happened to him and caused him to die. So prayers to his family. I hope and pray that it wasn't that the police didn't do anything malicious. Like I feel like it's bad. It sounds so bad to say that I hope he died from natural causes. But this is America, and that's the point that we're at now, where we're hoping black men are dying from natural causes and not police officers killing them.
Yeah, it's just
that story. It was
yeah. That was crazy
just
on
weird.
Monday or yesterday.
If you guys go read it, it's weird. Like it just.
But he was only like in his 30s, right? Was it like 30 something, 38?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just won the Super Bowl, right?
No, I don't think he was on the team.
Oh, he wasn't on the team?
I don't think he was in the league anymore. I think he used to play for them.
Oh, got you. Okay, that makes sense.
He was still a resident in that city and stuff, though. They made that very clear.
I mean,
so
I
that's
got
why
I have a whole bunch of other questions. Like, why are you at a hotel around the corner from your house like that? I think that's weird. I don't know, but I can't tell a grown man what to do with his money and and his family and stuff like that. I just mind my business. Either way, like him just turning up dead, and the last people that really checked on you was the authorities, and it doesn't sound good.
Don't sound good at all. Don't sound good
Rest in peace to Vincent
at all.
Jackson. It's
Yeah,
fucked up.
so rest in peace to him. I hope and pray it was nothing malicious behind it because I'm tired of black men turning into hashtags. Like I'm just not even just black people in general, but mainly black men. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Like it's exhausting and it's very draining and it's sad.
And it's
It's
traumatizing. Like it's traumatizing. I can't imagine any child, any teenager. I don't know about anybody else's teenage years or whatever, but mine were filled with like teenage shit. And what wasn't teenage shit was pandemics, school shootings. Every time you turn around, a police officer is killing another person that looks like me. Like it's traumatizing. At what point? You know what I'm saying? At what point does it end? Or does it? Because I don't think it will.
It is very traumatizing, but that's what I was talking about when we had the other episode, traveling. Sometimes like what they say, if you know better, when you experience things,
Yes.
it's better things out there. So a lot of people don't. They think the whole world is like that. It's
Right.
problems everywhere, but it's countries that ain't had a mass shooting in 50 years,
Who
or they
cool?
haven't had a war in 100 years.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's places that's safer. It's places with lower violence, lower gun violence, and murder and things, and lower racism.
That is facts. I can't wait till I get
Out of the country.
solidified with this rooted because I'll have me a house overseas and be over there cold chilling because America is ghetto.
Listen,
And
I was
Right.
honestly just trying to get to Arizona, but we might have to look outside,
this
We need to look outside.
You can go to
so you know what
Canada, you know what I'm saying? You ain't
I've
gotta
been
go
wanting to go to
far.
Canada since '08. Since '08, I told my
You could
mom, I'm like,
drive up
let's
there.
just go. Let's just go. We can
Free
get out of here.
free healthcare.
Man,
can't go wrong free
they was getting all
healthcare.
types of they was getting $2,000 a month for that was their stimulus check for yeah. Listen,
Must be nice.
we're doing
They
it
about
all
to give
wrong
us
here.
$1,400 and they think it's gonna last us till July.
The real sick Canada is out. Oh, okay. I'm about to say. I'm like Canada.
So I want to, you know what?
Canada is
Because
lit.
Darrell made a statement, and he said that he's glad that we grew up in the era that we did. He feels sorry for the kids of this era, and I do too.
Me
And
too.
I will say this: when I was in high school, I experienced high school thing, but but when I was in high school, that's when I started experiencing my own form of police brutality. Like
Mhm.
I've had more than one running in with racist police officers in Cleveland. The very first time it happened, I think I was in the 11th grade.
Mhm.
I was in 11th and my cousin, yeah, I was in the 11th and my cousin Darrell, he was in the ninth grade. We literally were just walking through Tower City to go to the bus stop,
Anytime it starts with we
going up
were
the
literally
escalator.
just
We literally were. We were on
right.
we were going up the escalator. Now you know when you first walk in Tower City, that first escalator to take you right up to go to the top in
Yeah.
the back where the
Mhm.
buses used the 15 to 19 all that used to come.
Yep.
That's where we were going.
Mhm.
The officer said something to him and basically was just like, well, let me see your ID. You're not supposed to be in here, blah, blah, blah. Cousin, what do you mean you're having trouble playing this video?
That's a lie. We
Facebook.
still here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll disregard that. And we were already on the escalator. We was at the escalator. We waited for him at the top. The police officer decided he wanted to kick him out. He proceeds to go down the escalator. Do you know this police officer? He put my cousin in the headlock. And then he politely put me in a headlock also. He didn't say anything to me. He didn't address me not one time when he said, hey, y'all not supposed to be in here. He just, because I was with him.
Yep.
That was my first sign of just like police, they don't care. Now I will say after it happened, I showed my ass because I didn't know what was going on. And I told my mom, because she was just like, well, the police officer said that you were saying this and you were saying that. I said, because I was. Because all I know is it's a police officer. He got my cousin in a headlock and he got me in a headlock. And he's not telling us what he has us in a headlock for. And he's escorting us somewhere. And I don't know where I'm going. I felt like my life was in danger. So you best believe I'm shouting and screaming and fighting the whole time. And I want everybody looking and knowing, this man is kidnapping me. This man he trying to kidnap me, because that's what I felt like. Yeah. That was my first experience. Another one, me and my cousin again. We were at the stop sign. We got pulled over at a stop sign. Police officers said that they heard gunshots in the area. We fit the description. They put him in the back of the police car. They put me in handcuffs and put me in the back of the police car. And the thing that stood out the most to me about this is that the cops, it was white cops there. They were all males, but it was one African American cop. She was a woman. And the reason that this stood out to me is because sis came up to where I was and started knocking on my window, pointing and laughing at me, antagonizing me. And I had to sit there and take it. And do you know, after us being in the back of a police car, if you ever been in the back of a police car, it's not comfortable.
Yeah, you can't fit. You can barely fit.
I
don't even think little people can fit in back there.
If you see me in real life, I'm not a big person. I was uncomfortable. I got my arms behind my back and she's antagonizing me. Do you know, after, I'm going to say about 10 to 15 minutes, they let him out. They let me out, take the handcuffs off and say, oh, you guys can go. It wasn't gunshots. It was fireworks. No kind of apology, nothing. So, yeah, this era is different. Just like BB said, it's worse for this era because they do have smartphones and social media. So they do see it more often. But that's when I started experiencing police brutality in my own way. And so just people who look like me, who look like us, just be aware. Just always just be aware. And I know it's hard. And I know it's exhausting, but we have to stay vigilant and we have to stay aware because they're not going to do it for us. The only people who can protect us is us in situations like this.
Yeah.
And
oh shit.
I understand that it's traumatizing to see people dying all the time on social media, but I'm of the stance where I still think it's important to share these videos because even as big as it is, it's still people out here who are on the other side who still deny that things like this happen.
But here's the thing.
I think it's very important to keep
and
like this
I
in
hate
their
to go
faces.
here. I hate to go here. I hate to fucking go here. But this is my problem. This is my problem. If we know that they will never see our side of the story. I'm not saying accept it. I'm never asking that. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and keep applying a certain type of energy to it, especially since I've already been living through it. And to be quite frank and honest, it sucks to say, I'm used to it. I know how to work around it. It's not as if we're never gonna get there. We're never gonna get to that place of equality. Like, it's not going to happen. One of two things need to happen. It's either them or it's either us. Now, whenever y'all ready, let me fucking know so I can gear up, and that's all I'm asking. That's where I'm at with it. I'm like, y'all keep marching. I get it. I support it. Y'all keep protesting. I get it. I support it. But to be absolutely clear and to be absolutely frank, I don't see it ever going anywhere. So I have to apply my energy to things that I can deal with, that I can change. I can't change this. I can't change this. And it's sad and it sucks, but I can't change this. It won't be me.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we have our platform and we're not afraid to share stories like this and share
Exactly.
our
I agree.
voices to help make some kind of change and help bring some kind of awareness to these stories, because I'm sorry, besides the EDSP and the Library Live, these other podcasts and content creators in Cleveland, they're not doing that. And it's a disservice to the people who follow us, who look like us. It's a disservice to them. It's a disservice to not talk about politics, because our
Now
people,
that I believe.
We're not well versed in politics, so that's why me and Laugh, we try to talk about it. We don't want to always talk about it because it's always some shit going on in politics. We could literally do a whole episode about politics.
Oh my god,
if we wanted
we
to.
could have a whole
But
fucking politics series. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like,
it's still important for it to be mentioned, and we're not going to stop. So
I just
on
want
a
to
lighter note,
hold on. I want to
go
read
ahead.
BB's comment as well.
Okay.
As soon as I go back to it. Yeah, marching and protesting just gets us beat up. Revolution only happens when the people fight back. And again, I don't want to make it seem like it will never happen, but a few things need to happen before that. We need to unite. We will never unite. And that's it. That's done. That's it. We have no unity as black people.
And
We're
you know
still
what's sad?
we're still having straights versus gays, men versus women. There will never be any unity at all because everything is so fucking divisive here. We are in the divided states of America. I don't know if y'all know, but there's division everywhere. It's not just black and white, it's everything. We have division right in our own community, and I hate to sound like one of those, we have to fix it here before we fix it anywhere else or anything like that, but goddamn, like,
But
we
it's
can't
the
even
truth.
agree on simple shit. If we can't agree on simple shit, how can we fight?
And what's sad about that, because she didn't tell one lie. What's sad about it is we were all about unity until they installed the crab in a barrel mentality for survival into our ancestors, and it's a trickle down effect into us.
Yeah, because I don't even want to say what I learned, like, from, like, not my family, but basically what I learned from my family, and it's not on anything that I'm currently on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never heard these things from my family. I never heard these things from like any of my elders. I feel like we're alone again. And this new generation, they're thinking something totally different. They just want to, lay low and do their jobs and come home, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we have to unlearn all these things. It's so fucking hard right now. We have to unlearn all the things that was already instilled in us from the people that we fucking trust, right? And then on top of that, we have to learn new ways of navigating through the society that we're in, because it's totally different from when they were our age. And I think, and that's another disconnect. It's the old versus the young. We're so fucking divided. I don't know.
It's important to break those generational curses. If you are in a position of power, if you're like me and Laugh and you have a platform, break all the general curses that you can in your family. I know it's hard. Trust me, y'all don't understand the stress.
And you might be lonely for a very long time.
I'm very lonely. I feel very lonely in a lot of the things that I do, but I know it's for the greater good, because
Jerry, you got
I
me.
don't
You're not lonely.
I don't want the people in my family who come after me. I don't want them to have to struggle.
Right.
I have a little brother who's in high school. Like will be in high school soon. I don't want him to end up being a hashtag, So it's just, we got to be more aware, and we got to support, and we got to break these generational curses. We have to, I know we're divided, but we have to try to uplift the people around us. Like we just have to, because that's the only way us as Black people, we're ever going to get over that hump. Just like Lav said, if we don't come together first,
then the rest
all
of
white people
the rest
are
of
going
the
to
shit
do
is
is
shot.
keep on laughing at us.
You seen how they got together?
They'd be quick to get together. Y'all saw that march on the Capitol, the insurgent on the Capitol. Oh, since I just talked about that shit, Trump got off, y'all.
Again, like I told y'all. Like I told you he would.
Again.
Like I told y'all he would.
And you know what? Last prediction of him running again is starting to look very clear, because that's one of the main reasons the Democrats wanted to impeach him, is because he had already started saying behind, in the politician realm, that he was going to run again in 2024.
That's why he left so quick that morning. He didn't give a fuck. He was like, "Oh, I'll be back in 4 years. Y'all can have this for now. Y'all can have this poor ass house. Something. He got several houses that he been trying to get back to. He didn't give a fuck about the White House.
I need y'all to hear something.
Never gave a fuck about the White House.
The vote to impeach Trump was 57 to 43. 57 people in favor of impeaching him, 43 against it. Now, I'm sorry. In math terms, and the math that they force us to learn, the math that we don't know that they teach overseas, that was a victory. He should have been impeached. However, because of the little piece of paper, Constitution and shit like that, since it wasn't enough Republicans that voted to impeach him, that's why he didn't get impeached. I made a post on Facebook.
Oh, it is a majority vote.
That was a majority vote.
But guess where it doesn't apply?
But the majority of the Republicans didn't vote, so that's why it didn't go through. This is one thing I love about my impact on Facebook. I made a post about this with the tweet that showed the 15 representatives who voted to keep him in. Mm-hmm. I think that post may have got like 3 or 4 likes, no shares. I could go post right now, bitches ain't shit, and it's gonna blow up.
20 shares.
Comments gonna be lit.
Instantly.
It's gonna be lit.
Listen.
So, I know y'all seen it. It probably rubbed y'all the wrong way, and I'm fine with that. And I'm going to keep on making sure that stuff like that, somebody has to share it, because it be on Twitter. Stuff like that don't really be on Facebook. And if it do, it gets to Facebook a little late. and we make a little jokey joke about it. But those 15 representatives, they deserve to be out of office. Every last one of them. And I meant what I said. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, any social media, and you live in those states and you vote to keep them in office, I don't want to be friends with you. And there's no way for me to know, but you know. So just please unfollow me, please. You're not the kind of person I need in my life.
That's a PSA.
I don't want to see your feed.
Consider that a PSA.
I don't want to.
We're uninterested.
I don't want to see the pictures of you and your ugly kids eating their food.
Listen,
like,
I'm still friends with like black Trump supporters on my timeline. They're still there. I have to keep an eye on everybody. I need to see what what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see that. No, it wasn't old dude with the glasses. I don't think it was Ohio.
No, it wasn't. DeWine.
It wasn't DeWine.
He didn't vote. He didn't vote to keep him.
DeWine too busy extending our curfew to 5 a.m.
Curfew.
Nigga,
we just believe that shit.
How we go from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.? That's a lot of hours. Like, we couldn't even just creep up and just we couldn't even go up in increments. We just the full gusto. I don't even know no place that's open till 5 a.m. Right? But we open till 5 a.m.
That's why it's blown.
You can be open till 5 a.m.
5 a.m. and ain't shit to do in Cleveland at 5 a.m. except to go to the after hours.
You can go to round one.
Just
if they decide to open back up.
Corona.
Yeah, casinos are jam packed with Corona.
The after hours, all of it. And then the another thing that's really bothering me about the curfew being extended till 5 a.m. is because they had a plan in place. I know Laugh remembers this because we already talked about it. I don't know if the people listening or watching are aware.
Watching is funny. I might have to. I might have to take that. I might have to. Yeah. Watching.
King of creating some words for us.
I like that. Watching.
But they had a clear plan of what they were going to do with extending the curfew, and I thought it was a genius plan. So what they did when we had I think it was like maybe it may have been a week, or at least a couple of days where the Corona cases were consistent. Like, it wasn't any new ones, but it was just like a consistent. So when that happened, that's when it was like, okay, y'all doing something. Y'all getting y'all act together. We're going to reward you. And they extended the curfew to 12. Is that what it was?
Was it?
If I'm not mistaken. No, they extended it to 11.
11. There we go.
11 a.m.
We went from 10 to 11.
They extended it to 11
to 5.
And then their plan was, as long as we keep the numbers consistent or they continue to go down, every couple of weeks they would extend the curfew by an hour. And the reason I thought this was genius is because it was, for one, restaurants and bars were going to be able to be open to 11, which is big for them. In the grand scheme of things, an hour for us may not be a lot, but for the people working and stuff like that, that's a lot. That gives them an extra hour
to get money,
alcohol, to be open, extra hour to get tips and all of that. I thought it was genius. I thought the fact that they was letting people know, hey, if you don't keep your act together, guess what? It's going to go back to that 10. But if you keep doing what you're supposed to do, you'll get rewarded again with having more time outside.
Daddy DeWine. That's why we call him Daddy DeWine.
The fact that it went from 11 and went straight to 5 a.m.
Now I feel like a teenager again. Now I got to do some wild shit because I can be out till 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to go back to Walmart at 3 a.m. because that's when I like to buy shit. It's not during the regular day with everybody else. I like to get up. I like to nap. I like to nap at like 9 p.m., get up at 3, take a ride to Walmart and gather my things in peace. Ain't no children running around my fucking feet from y'all badasses because y'all can't never keep y'all children in check. Tell your kids to stop running up to me. Damn.
That was her mama point in check.
My God, keep them in check. Why are they out here? It's a pandemic, and you got these kids running around out here talking to strangers. We need to stop. Tell your kids to stop talking to strangers. Do you know how many people get kidnapped? Fuck is wrong with y'all? I could be a whole kidnapper out here. Your child just in a whole aisle with me.
You know what's funny about that? I saw a meme today that said we always tell and raise everybody to not speak to strangers, not take anything to strangers until Halloween. We're all hypocrites, and
That's the only time. That is the only time I was allowed to take anything from strangers was Halloween.
Yeah, and it's just people don't know how to act.
They don't.
So it's just like on one hand, it's Cleveland and it's winter. So 9 times out of 10, nobody in the wintertime in Cleveland is trying to be outside at 5 a.m.
That's what you think. I just seen a post yesterday. Somebody got robbed at gunpoint, got their car stolen.
However, it's Cleveland.
Today.
We're always on lockdown. Us Clevelanders, we know how to kick it in the winter. The snow don't be stopping nobody for
at
real.
All.
We'll go kick it in a snowstorm before we go kick it in rain. So
I can dodge these snowflakes. Me and my rap, we can dodge these. That rain is a hoe. That rain is a different. that's a different type of woman right there. She gonna get you. The rain gonna get you. The snow.
I remember I had just posted before they announced this curfew being extended to 5 a.m. Like, I can't wait till outside open so me and Laugh can get lit.
Yeah, I'm ready to get busted.
Me and Laugh probably just gonna disappear for like a weekend and just get lit somewhere. Like,
Facts.
I'm serious. Like, will. I'm dead ass. Like, we deserve.
Yes. Okay. It's been a rough
We've been
year.
going nonstop.
It's been a great year, but it's been a rough year.
It's been rough, and we deserve. But now I'm nervous that they just went ahead and extended it to 5, and it's just like, oh.
Well, I feel like if we
I know the numbers are going to go back up.
If we just stay safe,
go back up
we'll be all right. And we getting stimulus? Oh yeah, you already know.
Yeah. So
these people about to be drunk. These niggas about to be drunk.
About to be lit.
See,
your
BB
whole
know.
Look gonna melt with that drop of rain.
You can still look cute if you get snowed on, but a drop of rain and your whole gone. That's it. The rain is different. I can deal with the snow. The rain, absolutely not. I'll go back to sleep on some rain. There's no point.
I ain't kicking it.
I'm not doing nothing in the rain.
I feel like everything should be closed when it rains outside.
I agree. You get a rain day.
We should. They love making us read the Bible that they came up with Christianity. And last time I checked, their white Jesus.
Their white Jesus.
Sorry, not their white Jesus. Their white God did flood the world.
Yeah.
With rain, and after it was over, his apology was a rainbow. And he promised that he would never flood the world again. So I feel like since y'all forced us to learn this religion, the least you could do.
My mom also told me that because he promised not to flood the world again, that we will die by fire. What do I know?
I've heard that too.
I don't know. I don't read that shit.
They say that all the time.
I don't read it.
So my thing is, shouldn't y'all honor his respect? Like, shouldn't y'all honor his wishes? He gives us a rainbow after it rains. We should be able to see that rainbow. That's his way of apologizing to us that it's raining outside.
No, that's not an
so
apology.
We shouldn't have to be in it.
I can't do shit in this rain. Like, you fucked up another one of my days. This one of these days that I didn't ask to be here on this earth, and you done fucked it up. I can't do shit in this rain, and that's my problem. That's what's wrong. I can't do anything in this. You want me to thank you for every day, but shit, I can't do nothing in this.
No, I'm where BB at. The way we all gonna get taken out is because we keep destroying the earth.
And that's absolutely true.
Global warming is real. Y'all
it's
see
happening.
Florida. You know what? We don't have this on a docket, but
we didn't have it on a docket. Now that you mention it, I was like, oh my God.
Texas
They
is
power is
frozen.
out.
They power
In
is
Houston.
out.
Louisiana as well. Yeah. I went
Um,
I went to get my second dose of my vaccine today, and I seen an old coworker. She no longer works with us. She works somewhere else, but she was there getting her second dose as well. And she said, her mother lives down in Texas, and she's been without power for 2 days. I'm like, oh hell no, no. So that's how we start in 2021.
like
Are we seeing the patterns? So y'all
my
really think that we not gonna have another 2020 and 2021? Y'all really think that?
no, it's different, but it's the same so far.
That's all I'm
But like I
saying. It's
have
different, but it's the same.
my friend Shayla, if you ever need some helpful, if you have a business, you ever need some helpful advice, you need a business plan, reach out to Shayla. She runs Conscious Consulting.
Dope.
She will help you. She's helped us, she's helped me, she's helped my mom is currently working on a project. I can't wait till she's ready for me to start telling the world about it because
That's
I'm
dope.
so proud of her and excited
Good.
about this.
Good.
She'll be on here one day to talk about it, and I can't wait. So like, if you really need some help for anything when it comes to business, finance, money, whatever, reach out to her. But she just made a post and saying that like over, I think like 50 people have died or something, like homeless people, and they had done ordered for like
Oh my
5
God.
trucks that have to come in to get these dead people. And she
So,
was just like, but y'all could have sent that before it happened. With all these whole people basically freezing to death.
what does this sound like?
Mm.
They didn't have to bring in multiple trucks to get the dead bodies from COVID in New York. They didn't have to do that.
Yeah, they do them consulting places do be
I'm
scamming
ready.
girls, and she's good.
After we've been through 2020, I'm ready for any fucking thing. It don't matter. Bring it. I'm ready. I'm ready to stay in the house again. I'm ready to continuously wash my hands again. I'm ready for all
I'm
of it.
not,
Let's
because
do
I
it all
want to go on a
again. Why not?
vacation
Why
so
not?
bad.
Let's go. Let's go.
I want outside to open so I can go on a vacation.
Me too. Yeah, I'm ready for life.
Right.
Listen, do we have anything else on this docket? Do you see the time? Do you see how
Little Nas
long?
boobs are gone,
I'm not talking
people.
about him.
but that's it. That's the last thing on the docket.
Fuck him. We knew it was fake.
We did.
And it's still fuck him because you didn't have to do this. It's unnecessary.
You did.
What did I say? Everybody has to find a way, right? Everybody has to find a way in 2020 to market themselves. Megan got shot. Lil Nas X got boobs. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck going on.
He's the troll king, so. But there was another episode, actually episode 71 of Talk Your Shit Tuesday. We want to thank our special
Thank
guest,
you so
Mr.
much.
Camp Cleveland,
This
for
was
coming
dope.
Thank
and
y'all.
talking shit with
Thank you.
us, listening to us talk shit.
I was listening.
And I hope you enjoyed it. Like, I know we
Giving
be
us
talking
our
about,
word of
I'm
the day.
thankful.
unorthodox type shit when it comes to everybody else, but like you can't
No, I
believe
appreciate the invite.
some of
I'm
the shit that
thankful.
just be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it?
Yeah, so we appreciate you for coming and talk some shit with us. Once again, you guys, make sure you go to campcleveland.org, get his book. You know, you interested in seeing the world, book a package with you. He got you.
Listen, he got dirt from Africa.
He's a
y'all.
whole
I
tour
might have to
guide. Like,
plant.
he got
I might have
you.
to plant me something. Like, if
He
I buy
got
this dirt
you.
from Africa, I'm gonna have to plant me something, and we gonna have to make a video because I want to
I mean,
plant something. I want to plant something.
so
I was
he's the
excited when I
man,
seen that. I
but
was like, oh my god, like, what if?
I told you he's a
Does it
genius.
grow
At some point I
different?
thought I was like, this man is a genius.
Do things grow different in
They got to. Their soil is much richer than ours. I believe it. They everything
ours
probably
is
grow
filled with so
different and
much
better.
bullshit.
See you, BB. Thank you for talking shit with us.
Thank you,
in the
BB.
comment.
Congratulations again.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Darrell.
Shout out to Darrell, the king of comments, Mr. Head of the Library Live himself. So yeah, people, once again, that was 71 of Talk Your Shit Tuesday. As always, make sure you check us out on all of our platforms. That's the Twitter, IG, Facebook.
You said that's
Twitch,
Wakanda soil.
YouTube.
You should just put it. You should advertise it as Wakanda soil. Oh my
Right,
God! Do you know?
That's it.
Do you know
You
how
really
many
gonna
people
run it
will?
back up.
Oh
You
my
name it that.
God!
You name it that, you really gonna run it
Oh
back
my
up.
gosh! Yeah.
Just type in EDSP or Everything and Then Some podcast. You'll find us. Make sure you go check out our first segment of sit downs with the duo with Mr. Camp Cleveland himself.
Yes.
That's exclusively on YouTube, and it's really just a platform for artists and creatives, business owners, anything like that. If you just want to let people know about what you got going on. Now in the future, it's really just a platform to help you guys with that, because on Talk Your Shit Tuesdays, we like to talk shit.
Yeah.
So why not? It's important for people to talk about their brands and stuff. So why not give you a solid time frame to do that? Because we be getting lit on Talk Your
Yeah,
Shit
we get
Tuesday.
lit,
So
and we,
sometimes it's
as
kind
he
of
can
hard
see.
to interview people at the same time once you done started
Right.
drinking, you know?
Mhm.
So we had to do what we had to do. So thank you for tapping in with us. We will. Oh, before we go, I don't think it's this weekend, but D'Angelo is having a verse battle. It's
The
going to be
27th.
D'Angelo versus France. That's the 27th.
And I don't know
So
what
you
that
guys
means,
keep an
y'all.
eye
So.
out. Keep an eye out for that, because we will be streaming that verse battle. But until then, you'll see us next Tuesday.
And I got a feeling I'm gonna be mad the entire fucking. I don't know. It
That's
depends.
good.
If
Hey,
Maxwell show
last
up, then
time
we
we
good.
ran them numbers up.
If Maxwell show up, I'm good. Right there. That'll do it for me.
Oh, go be great out here in these streets.
Where my mouth?
All right, peace, family.
All right. Thank you so much for coming through.